On this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, we speak to IU Olympic silver medalist diver Andrew Capobianco.
And we speak to students celebrating the return of IU football. What's Up Weekly starts now.
Hello and welcome to our first show of What's Up Weekly Season 22. I'm Anna Black.
And I'm Cali Lichter. We are so excited to be back in Bloomington and bringing you everything of What's Up this week. Starting the year off with a high note, this past weekend I traveled to the Monroe County Fairgrounds to take in Bloomington from new heights at the Kiwanis, Indiana Balloon Festival. Take a look.
I am in the air at the Kiwanis, Indiana Hot Air Balloon Festival, and if you can tell, I know it's very dark out. There is a ton of hot air balloons right now on the lawn for spectators who don't want to get up in the air like I am right now to see the basket and the balloon, just how everything works.
This past weekend, Kiwanis, Indiana hosted their 9th annual balloon festival at the Monroe County Fairgrounds. Balloonists from all over the area gathered for 3 days of flying, taking visitors on rides, and listening to live music. Balloon Meister Travis Vinsel said when he was younger, it wasn't trucks he was interested in, it was balloons. Vinsel loves to share his love of balloons with the community and has been the director of balloons for 3 years now.
The Kiwanis Balloon Fest is a great time for the people of Bloomington to get up close to balloons. Lots of times they see us flying, but they don't get to see us take off or land. They just see us flying in the air or over town. And this is an event where they can come out and get close. They can look in the baskets, see the whole process of ballooning, and it's a great opportunity to share that with them.
Even though the ballooning community is small, Bloomington has about 8 balloons that fly regularly, with Indianapolis having 3 times as many. The community is one of Vinsel's favorite things about ballooning.
But the community is a great community. We know each other. We get along really well. We have friendly competition and work together to bring the love of our sport to everybody.
If you didn't get a chance to visit the festival this year, don't get deflated. Make sure to keep an eye out for the 10th annual Kiwanis, Indiana Balloon Festival next fall. I'm very afraid of heights, so I'm glad I faced my fear.
And a Bloomington staple will finally reopen its doors this weekend for the first time since closing their doors back in July. These past 19 months, the Breakfast Deli says it experiences something unexpected. It hasn't been the lack of customers that has drove this closure, but the ongoing labor and supply chain shortages. In order to motivate people to work at Village Deli, you will get a $25 gift card if you refer someone to work there that stays for at least 30 days. Owner Bob Costello says that no business owner anticipated not having enough workers to serve customers as they came back.
So the pressure and strain just got to a point where we, and I mean all of us that were working here, decided it was time to take a break. So we were hoping by taking a break that we could rest, relax, and come back revitalized for the reopening.
The deli will reopen this Friday for carryout and will have limited seating this weekend. Make sure to watch our show next week to hear all about their reopening. IU football is back in Bloomington, and our What's Up Weekly reporter Bridget Taylor went to the game and captured the Hoosier spirit surrounding this first home game. Check it out.
Students this year can finally say things on campus are starting to feel like normal. And what is more normal for IU students than watching Hoosier football games again on Saturdays?
I'm a huge football fan. I love going to football games, and I love it. Everyone's out wearing red. This is why I chose this school.
650 days. It had been 650 days since the stands at Memorial Stadium were full of cheering fans last. This year, fans are allowed to return to the stadium and at full capacity.
Here we are back in Memorial Stadium. After IU football fans last year missed going inside and watching their favorite team in person, we are finally able to do so again this year, and not just through our TV screens.
Every student had a smile on their face as they entered the stadium, either for their first time ever or their first time in 2 years.
I went to the tailgate fields and did a little bit of fundraising for my sorority, and I really saw everyone show out. It was super cool to see all the families, not just students.
Everything that makes an IU game special. Hearing the IU fight song, seeing the cheerleaders, and the energy in the crowd after a touchdown all remained at the heart of Saturday's game. For What's Up Weekly, I'm Bridget Taylor.
Nothing can beat the feeling of a Hoosier win. IU has another football game against Cincinnati this Saturday at noon.
The 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games may be over, but we are still celebrating our athletes, some that happen to be right here at IU. Let's give a warm welcome to Olympic silver medalist Andrew Capobianco.
So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I know you talked to Cali over the summer, so it's so good to finally meet in person. And obviously, I mean, as anyone can see, you have an amazing silver medal right there. I mean, that's insane. So what was that feeling when you saw all your hard work pay off and was medaled?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was just really surreal. I don't think it really hit me for probably like 2 weeks until I got home and I saw my family and I had a great like homecoming thing. So that was really great. But I mean, the feeling right after the competition was a little bit of relief, knowing that kind of I got the job done. And my synchro partner was a previous Olympic silver medalist from 2016. So I kind of wanted to help him get that silver medal again, you know. So like I said, yeah, relief, but just pure excitement. I mean, it was just great to know that I represented the U.S. to kind of my full ability. And especially at my first Olympic Games was definitely couldn't have asked for more.
Yeah.
I know we talked a little bit over the summer about the IU response to you getting to the Olympics. So how was IU response after you got home?
It was amazing. So like I said, I kind of did like this, we were calling it the world tour, but really I went to 3 places. I went back home to North Carolina where I live now. So that was amazing. And then I went to New York as well, which is where I'm originally from. And then when I got back here, it was really special. Just not even IU, but Indiana as a whole. I got to go to the NASCAR series and I rode in a car with Mario Andretti, which was really cool. And then got back here and obviously just all of my teammates as well as fellow students were just so happy for me. And it's really surreal going back to class and people are like, congratulations, and just like know who I am, which before obviously they probably wouldn't know who I am. So really cool.
That's awesome. Do you walk around classes with like all your USA merch?
Yeah, sometimes. I kind of switch on and off between USA and IU, but I like to represent both, obviously.
So I know you kind of touched on IU's response, and you said too that your family and friends had a homecoming. So can you kind of explain like how was their response and their reaction to seeing you win?
Yeah, it was amazing. I actually didn't get to talk to my family for like 2 hours after the competition was over because we went right through media, had to do all of that, which was great. But I finally called my parents, and because of the time change, it was like 5 a.m. and they had been up since like 1 a.m. and obviously couldn't sleep. So I called them and they were just jumping for joy. I mean, so excited. And it was just amazing to see. I mean, obviously I've put in so much hard work, but my parents, my dad would just go with me everywhere. When I was younger, take me to practice at those 5 a.m. practices in the morning. And my mom was just always the rock who was always home. And it's great that she's been able to kind of come more on the diving journey now that she's retired. But yeah, it was just amazing to celebrate with them.
Going back to your time in Tokyo, what was your favorite moment from the Olympic Games?
Well, I mean, obviously this. Yeah. And then I honestly think my favorite moment was the day before. My best friend and teammate, Jessica Parado, won her silver medal in the synchronized competition. And I mean, obviously, like me winning a silver medal was very emotional, but to see her do it and all the hard work that I've seen her put in over the years and the struggles, it was really amazing to see that all come together for her.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
The whole experience is just amazing.
Thanks.
So what are your future plans? So people probably asked you, like, are you training? Are you going to make an appearance at the next Olympic Games? So
yes. I just came back to my first practice yesterday, actually. So I'm a little bit sore, a little bit feeling kind of rusty. And like I don't know how to dive right now, but I am planning on training for the next 3 years and hopefully getting a spot to go to the Olympics in Paris. I'm hoping that there will be spectators there and I can have a big contingent go with me because this time was obviously a little bit like not how we wanted it to be with spectators not being able to go, but obviously safety was the most important thing. But yeah, so Paris is definitely in the cards, and then after that we'll see. LA seems pretty cool too. So.
And just before you go, can you explain a little bit about what you're wearing? And I love your ring, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, so this jacket was our podium jacket. So we had the full white podium outfit, which was really cool. And then these are shorts that we got as well. And then got these cool shoes. I don't know if you can see them. And then we got this ring. So it's actually a really cool tradition within USA Diving. So when you make the Olympics at the Olympic trials, a previous Olympian hands down their ring to you. So it was really cool for me. My synchro partner, like I talked about, he was a previous silver medalist. His old synchro partner gave me his ring. And it was kind of like a passing of the torch, like, okay, like go get the job done now. So when we're in Tokyo, we end up getting our own rings then. And then we send those rings back to the person who gave them to us. But it's kind of like at Olympic trials, you like become an Olympian because you made it. So it's kind of a really cool tradition that we have. So yeah, this was definitely like one of the coolest things for me.
And then, of course, your medal.
And then the medal, yes. And I actually just got the Olympic rings tattoo right here as well. I don't know if I can pull this up. And then I got a small little kind of like homage to Tokyo right there with the little Japanese flag, and then 2020. And I'm hoping if I go back to another one, I can get something more there. So it's been really cool. And honestly, like the Olympic rings tattoo was like my dream since I was like really young. So it's been great.
Well, it's amazing to see it kind of all come to a full circle.
Thank you.
I mean, it's incredible.
Thanks.
I know IU and everyone was behind you 100% and supporting you, and will continue to support you as you continue your journey on. But again, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you, guys.
Coming up after the break, we'll cover the latest trending topics, including the MTV Awards.
Welcome back. Now let's get down to today's trending topics. MTV's 40th Music Awards kicked off earlier this week. If you missed it, well, you're in luck because we are bringing you a rundown of the night's most popular moments.
The show's host, Doja Cat, had a big night with her live performance of You Right, among 5 different nominations and 5 different outfit changes. Justin Bieber was back on the VMAs stage to accept his win for Best Pop Video and started the night off with his live performance of Ghost. Olivia Rodrigo took the stage after Bieber for her performance of Good For You and won Best Song of the Year for her hit single Driver's License. The night was full of surprises, from an appearance by Jennifer Lopez, 21 Pilots' Tyler Joseph's baby reveal during their mid-performance, and Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow performing their song Industry Baby live for the first time.
Other big moments included a steamy performance by Normani, Foo Fighters being named VMA's Global Icons, and Alicia Keys' 9/11 tribute with her performance of Empire State of Mind.
Speaking of the VMAs, some artists use their acceptance speeches to spread a message.
Billie Eilish and Cyndi Lauper used their time on stage to advocate for women's rights. Lauper played into her classic single, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, turning it into a message of equality and women's rights. She, quote, "Girls still want to have fun, but we also want to have funds, equal pay, control over our bodies, fundamental rights."
Billie Eilish continued the message while accepting her Video for Good win. She called on those in power to, quote, "protect our young women at all costs."
Speaking of love, who doesn't love some feel-good stories about animals? And, of course, the power of the human spirit during the hardest of times.
Hurricane Ida left a young bottlenose dolphin trapped. The dolphin was found in a canal in Slidell, Louisiana. Officials think that the young mammal became trapped after being pushed in through an estuary. That's when Operation Free Flipper started. A dozen or so people from different agencies and rescue groups embarked on a removal and relocation operation. The group went to the canal, ushered it into a net, carried the dolphin to a nearby vehicle with a water tank on board, and then looked for injuries. The dolphin was found to be okay and then taken to the Mississippi coast to be released, with a police escort, of course.
The bottlenose dolphin was carefully sent back to the ocean. It's amazing to see how many people went that extra mile to ensure that this little guy made it home safely. And that's what's up this week. Tune in next week for more local and entertainment news.
Be sure to follow us on social media. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at IUSTV News.
For What's Up Weekly, I'm Anna Black.
And I'm Cali Lichter. Thanks for watching the first What's Up Weekly episode of the season, and we'll see you next week.